Let's get some more analysis on this. Hosuk Lee-Makiyama is Director of the European Centre for International Political Economy. Welcome back to the programme. We just heard the WTO Director General there seeming to be warning against complacency. With that context, what can we expect from this meeting in Abu Dhabi? What can it achieve?
Well, the WTO has become an organization which is not so much about new deliverables as diplomatic summits are supposed to be, but is actually an organization where the members are actually fighting for its survival. Many of the deliverables from the last minister conference 2 years ago hasn't actually been ratified. We heard about the fisheries, for example, where not enough countries have actually signed on to the agreement for the agreement to come into force. And we are also fighting for a couple of ratchets against, for example, digital tariffs and also this trade dispute on intellectual property that is waiting to be extended for another 2 years. In short, it's an organization that is currently trying to stay relevant and stay afloat and even fighting for the past deliverables. So it looks really dire indeed.
So it's working to stay relevant. What are the most significant challenges for global trade policy negotiators, and what reforms do you think are necessary to improve the flow of global trade?
Well, to be perfectly honest, current economic situation is not the best for trade liberalization. We have high inflation globally. We have also struggling with weak governments that is either facing very important elections, which we'll see in the United States, but also in Europe. And in addition, more and more trade ministers around the world are actually fighting for a little bit of a policy space where they can carve out at least some trade deals, because we have increasing opposition, for example, from farmers. We have sustainability advocacies, and we have also questions around food security in developing countries. In short, there are a lot of reasons why most governments around the world can't really agree to open up their markets at the moment.
And what do you think is going to happen this year? What's your outlook for the WTO's mission, as we see a number of crises, obviously, but also some major elections, significant elections, notably the United States, the possible re-election of Donald Trump, who, of course, is no fan of the WTO?
No, indeed. To be perfectly fair, it's not just United States. We have also countries like India, South Africa, and also other countries, for example, like European Union, is not really that keen to talk about trade liberalization, as the farmers are actually going on massive strikes. So the best case scenario is status quo, and which would give the organization some time to actually weather out the storm. And in best case, we can actually look at maybe some new deliverables when the stars are better aligned. But for now, it's really about survival, and also maybe some internal reforms within the organization, because it should be added that the leadership have come under heavy criticism from the member countries of the WTO over how the organization have been led under its Director General Ngozi that we heard earlier.
Hosuk Lee-Makiyama, always great to hear from you. Thank you very much indeed for your time. Apologies for the sound issues on that interview.